In the mid-1970s, F1 teams were finally learning how to use wings, but the FIA was starting to put rules on them, which was an issue for the Tyrrell racing team because it meant their tires would stick out past the wing. But Tyrrell designer Derek Gardner had the idea, hey, if we just use really small tires, they can fit behind the wing. Since tires generate lift, the thinking was if the tires were completely behind the wing, it wouldn't have to make as much downforce to compensate, and therefore less drag. But just two of its teeny tiny 10-inch tires didn't have the contact patch they wanted, so they just stuck four of them on there. And although designed by Goodyear specifically for this car, these little tires had some issues. Being completely tucked behind the front wing meant the brakes couldn't get enough air and were susceptible to overheating. But mainly since they were so small, they had to turn really, really fast, and they were known to expand and kinda come off the wheel. That's what those windows are at the front, so the driver could see that happening. But despite its shortcomings, the P34 would land on the podium 14 times over its 2-year career, most notably the 1976 Swedish Grand Prix where it won. But by 1977, Goodyear had pretty much given up developing those teeny tiny tires, which meant the rear tires were now stickier and they had to make the front wider, which kind of defeated the whole purpose. So by 1978, Tyrrell would go back to a normal, boring 4-wheel car.